Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22, and it's time for another Season 9 2009 game mode, this time with Valentino Rossi, right here in the legendary British circuit of Donington Park. Of course guys, I will be going to Donington Park in less than 2 weeks time now, maybe just over a week, so if you are going there for the World Superbike event, be sure to come and find me in the BMW Ride 4 trailer. But back to the objectives, we are going to have to try and finish in 5th place and also reach the 8th position by at least the second lap of the challenge. Now, using Valentino Rossi on the YZF-R M1 Yamaha, probably the best bike in the 2009 category, as we try and go around the outside of James Toseland into the Craner curves, and now a little bit of a lunge up on the inside of Capirossi. Never mind about needing up to the second lap of the challenge, we've already got the job done. Right up on the inside, well before the Starkey's Bridge and just at the old hairpin. So brilliant job so far from Valentino Rossi. We're now into the top 8. Only need 3 more positions to beat, and we have done the objective, the primary objective of today's video. Now, the most recent races of the Season 9 2008 game mode have all been here in Donington Park, and they've all been in the wet conditions, replicating what happened in 2009. And I will say this is the most amount of time and experience I've gained in the wet conditions within MotoGP 22. It very rarely, if at all, came up in my Moto 3 career mode in MotoGP 22. So very strange that we never got much rain or any sense of water at all, and this being our only real challenge. But so far, I don't find it too bad. It was a bit of a jump and a bit of a learning curve when I was using Davizioso, but now after using the Yamaha with Edwards, I felt like we did a really good job in that very difficult challenge. And now here, Donington Park once again, but this time with Rossi on the even better Yamaha, it feels pretty good. So we're still sticking with power setting 3, but I would advise, just to get the feeling of the wet conditions, it is advisable to use power setting 2, as Marco Melandri has gone wide into red gate corner for turn 1. Looks like Melandri is a sitting duck at this point, because I think going into old hairpin we might be claiming another position. So into the right hand side, do we have the lunge up at the inside of Melandri just holding it off ever so slightly? We probably could have gone for it, but it would have meant more contact. So to the left hand side for Starkey's Bridge, up on the inside of Melandri, now to the left and to the change of direction for the right hand side. Do we get it going into the right hand for McLean's? Not possible, not this time around. I do really like that move. I've done it many times on Ride 4, and I've even showcased it a few times in MotoGP 21 and even 22. But to the right hand side, coming out of Coppice now, we'll have one objective to do, and he's only one position ahead of the road, up the road should I say, as we now go firm on the brakes into the S's. A small mistake there from the 9 times world champion, or 8 times at this point of his career, but we are 0.5 of a second quicker, and as DeAndre's got his left leg out, what the hell has happened there? Yeah, I think Colin Edwards is doing the same thing as well. A very strange glitch that we've just found now in MotoGP 22. Alex DeAndres kicking out the left boot, probably trying to find some grip, or he's just stretching the old leg after a tough Grand Prix here in Britain. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is. Edwards is still doing it. If you look further into the distance, he's just got his left leg out. Certainly going to be reducing speed on the motorcycle, but across the line we did improve the lap time to a 1:32.389 as we slid the rear into Redgate and up on the inside. About not quite. I guess DeAndres did get the power on quite early there to keep the position, but my goodness, we just absolutely barged him out of the way there like he was doing nothing. Give him the big don't argue, went on through, and now Rossi's up into 5th place. But to the right hand side for the old hairpin, Edwards is there with the left leg dangling like an absolute pro. I don't know what Colin Edwards is doing. His foot is actually going into the tarmac there, so yeah, no ideas. I've never seen that before. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've actually seen that before. I've never experienced that. But we have already done the objectives on lap 4 of 6 for number 46. I like how that's panned out for us. And now we only need to just stay here, but I'm not going to, of course. We are going to try and pursue Colin Edwards and get a top 4 finish. Of course, in real life, Valentino Rossi acquired 5th after crashing out here into the S's just a couple of laps ago. But now bringing on the power into the slipstream of Colin Edwards. Has he got the left leg out yet? No, we're not yet, but he should have had it now for the right-hand side. Do we have the lunge going up into the Melbourne hairpin? A beautiful position up on the inside. Yamaha beats Yamaha this time around. Good stuff from Rossi. And now into the 4th position. 6 seconds adrift is Danny Pedrosa in these wet conditions of the British GP. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to get 5.7 seconds, but you know what? I'm going to try. Across the line, this could be our first 131, not quite. So 132.029, but you can't get any closer to that without it being a 131. Maybe this one I'll push for that 131 lap. I don't believe I've had a 131 yet. Maybe in the Dovizioso challenge, but I didn't feel like I acquired that with Colin Edwards in the previous challenge. But to the right-hand side, the right boot just temporarily out there, but we more so went for the knee. As we now bring on the power for power setting 3, as we just launch it to the left-hand side, carrying about 120 miles an hour for a difficult left-hander. As the gap has plummeted, it's down to 5 seconds. Is it possible to take another 3 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever it would be? I don't think it is, but we'll see what happens as we go into the S's in just a moment's time. I do find the final sector here in Donington is where we really take over compared to the AI. The AI is certainly lacking when it comes to the defence on this part of the track. So onto the brakes we'll go for the left-hand side, bringing into the S's, nice and tight to the apex, nice and tight for the second apex. The gap is 4.5, 4.4. It is still plummeting. Certainly not going to be able to catch up to Pedrosa, but we're going to have a good lap nonetheless, and I guess that's all that really matters at this point of the Grand Prix. But the gap is now down to less than 4 seconds for the very first time. This is, I don't know. We've got one more lap. Penultimate lap is now for us right now, and the gap is 4 seconds. Yeah, that's not going to happen, let's be realistic. I would like to get excited about the potential of chasing him down, but it's still a very solid 1:32 lap time. One thing I will say that I'm very proud of myself for at the minute is to being consistent in MotoGP 22. In MotoGP 21, I felt like I could get 1 or 2 laps together, maybe 3, and then the rest would start to falter and I'd begin to struggle. This time around, I do feel rather solid that lap times can continue to improve, or they can stay roughly within the same tenth or two. So far, pretty happy with my performance in this one. I'm very happy with Valentino, as the gap has actually come down to 3 seconds now. We've taken a second into that first sector it would be, yeah. 2.8 seconds, goodness me. We're absolutely charging on this lap time, ladies and gentlemen. Into Coppice we go for turn 8. Into the S's, we could cut this one down to possibly 2 seconds. We probably won't catch Pedrosa, but my goodness, what an effort that is. Almost 4 seconds is Edwards behind us now. Randy DePunier in second place, just ahead of Danny Pedrosa as we go to the left-hand side. Now for the S's, just touching the rumble strip there and touching it once again. We are absolutely charging. A little bit of a wheelie there for the world champion, or the current world champion, 2008 world champion, of course. As we go into the right-hand side for the Melbourne hairpin, bring on the acceleration, and that gap has come down to 1.6 seconds. Goodness me, I would have taken another lap of this one, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely would have. We went wide into Goddard's zone. Oh, mistakes have been made. We aren't going to get our 131, but you better believe a 131.5 was on the cards there. But job well and done. Well and truly done, no matter what. But guys, thank you very much for watching as always. I really hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and why not check out more of my content. But thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.